Today's Hag anniversary. It has been 7 years since she came out and I started playing her. I want to do something fun for her anniversary. Since I have been playing her since 2016, today I'm gonna play with a build for every specific year. To make things more interesting, I have to win every game. Obviously, I don't exactly remember what I used to run in 2016 since it has been 7 years. But I found this old screenshot of mine from 2016 with my build on her. It's a pretty awful build, but back then were not a lot of good perks. And I also didn't have everything unlocked on her since the grind was insane 7 years ago. I'm also gonna use the skin and add-ons that I know I used to run back then. In 2016, I didn't really play with add-ons since her add-ons were pretty awful. First game, I set some traps, and then I won the game. I remember pretty well what I used to run in 2017. I also used to take a lot of screenshots every time I played Dead by Daylight. This build is not terrible. To be honest, it's really fine. Noid is still strong, Franklin has only gotten stronger, Ruin is still a good perk, Tana is sad. Back then there wasn't a skin shop, so obviously I used to run her prestige skin every game. I set against up traps, created a little web. Then I hit a survivor. Later I hooked them. And then I won the game. This year, I fell in love with Nurse's Calling and it became my favorite perk. It has been my favorite perk for 5 years. Today I don't run it anymore, so it feels nostalgic for me to use it. Blood Warden was a pretty decent perk along with Noed. I was a Ruin enjoyer in 2020, this perk was a must-have for me. So you will see Ruin a lot today. Finally, the skin shop was released, and I remember I used to love this tree skin. Also, this year she got a buff, but before her buff, I used to run a lot dry cicada with green necklace to make her almost like current base Hag. Third game, I catch a survivor in basement, and since Hag is really powerful in basement, then I won the game. Now this is an interesting build. Survivors are gonna cleanse totems to get rid of Ruin, but there is a trap. Since Crop Intervention was introduced, it became the best perk in the game for killers, so I used to run it a lot. To be honest, this build is still pretty strong up to this day, but Nurse's Calling doesn't have a place here anymore. For add-ons, I used to love Duration and Distance. It was a fun strong combo. I love the Medusa skin, it's still such an amazing skin. While I was creating my web, I was waiting for them to destroy my hunting ground, but they didn't. They placed my ruins first. Then I killed them all. That was the second game with 2019 build. Because I forgot to change the skin, I had to replay it. But the first attempt was more interesting, so here is the full match. Sadly, I cannot find the game from 2020. It was a pretty chill game, again on Springwood. The next game I was again sent to Springwood, and I forgot to turn off my microphone so you can hear my reaction as I was sent to Springwood the third time in a row. The build from 2021 is really good. I remember I made a video about it back in the day. Old Ruin was insanely powerful. Now it's only half of what it used to be and it's still really strong. So this build back in the day was really disgusting. But right now it's just a really strong build, but it's not really disgusting anymore. Now, I still feel bad for playing with this build back in the day. Eruption was incredibly broken and Call of Brian was again really powerful on any killer, but with Mintragon Hag even crazier.
Fuck me.
literally nothing I can do now. Please. Not a dog, Now this is my favorite build for this year. Coup de Grace now is amazing on Hag. You need to try it yourself to see how good this perk is for Hag. Save the best for last is a no-brainer, and Franklin Demise is again amazing on her, and Slappy is a really nice filler perk. I made this build because I was bored like a few months ago, but I fell in love with it. Double range is also a really powerful combo. This is how crazy double range is. This is it for today. I'm Lisa. I hope you enjoyed this video.